Just a little update on my mistress, as I call her. It's 1 week old today, and I've got my fox face in. Been in about 3 days now, and look at him, Foxy, having a fight with his reflection in the side of the tank. He's been doing that now for 2 days. And there's my clownfish with me anemone. That's been all round the tank and decided to come back where I put it. There's the other one, but look at the tips on that. They're huge. It's looking really well. Never looked that good in my old tank. My clownfish have settled in loads now. They're all over the place. They come to me. They're feeding well. Foxy is okay. Look at him. He makes me laugh. He does. I mean, I've had him and the clownfish well over 2 years, but they've come out the old tank, gone to the shop. They've come back here. And he's eating off that clip the first night I put Foxy in, my rabbit fish. And my rocks have gone a bit brown. I knew they'd go through that new tank syndrome, but give them another couple of weeks and I think it should start to disappear. But apart from that, my zoes have never looked so good, not even in my old tank. My recordia, as I call it, my carpet, is looking good. Not as big as it has been, but it's getting there now. My cleaner shrimp's out and about. Little Neil, look, swimming around now, look. Found his house, made it. Yeah, the water's a lot clearer now. I've put a glass lid on it, which I'm not that keen on though, this glass lid. It opens up in the centre for the lights to get through, but, you know, it came with it and I can't get my arms down. I mean, it opens up, look at the front, so I can feed them, but the gap isn't that big. I can't get my arm through it. I mean, I've got pretty big arms, you know. I do a lot in the gym, and I don't think I'm going to keep it on. I like it open. I can get my arms where I want and that, but it is saving a bit of water. But this thing is using 8 to 10 litres a day. But I've got my frostfit remover working now, look there. But they've said to me it's not big enough for this tank. Look, there's the white crystals in there and the blacker than the grey above it, look, it's sort of all separated, but they said it's only for a 400 litre tank. Well, so I'm going to get the one up from that, which is about twice the thickness. So, yeah, but it's running now, it's better than nothing, but I'm going to upgrade that. My socks have been on a week and look at them, they are disgusting, so they're getting changed tomorrow. And after watching a video, they need changing every 3 to 4 days. So I'm going to start doing them on a Wednesday and a Sunday. But yeah, my skimmer's pulling out some good shit, look. But yeah, it all seems to right. All me nitrates, ammonia, nitrites, all pretty good. They're all 0. My nitrates are about 5, which is brilliant considering my other tank was, oh God, I don't know, 60 more. But yeah, look at it, it's spotless. Apart from a bit of brown on the rocks, which I expect that because that's new rock, it hasn't been seeded or anything, so it's going through that new tank syndrome, as I call it. But I've got silicat remover in there as well, which does kill brown algae off, so it won't be long before it's gone. Little bit of xenia up there, look, come out, every bit of it is out. Like I said, I don't want soft corals in here, but I'm not going to kill them just because they were stuck to the old rocks, you know. Round here I found a sponge there, look, can you see it, look like a golf ball, and I've got a little bit of a recordia there, you can't really see it, but it's on there, and I've got all sponges on my rocks, that's all coming out again from my old rock. Look, it's pure white, but it isn't when you, it's like someone's painted a thick coating of paint on my rock, but it's a sponge. But you know, it grew, so it's part of nature, I suppose. But I just thought I'd let you have a look. Look at him, I'm still fighting with himself. He's been doing that for 2 days now. Makes me laugh, he does, Foxy. But you know, at least he's settled in. Look, you won't think he's in a new tank. They'll love it. Look, it's pretty big. It's not the biggest tank in the world, but it's big enough for my living room. Well, my dining room, like. Yeah, can't believe I've got a sump tank. I keep walking in here and looking at it thinking I can't believe that's mine, knowing what it's going to look like. But yeah, I have got a long nose butterfly fish. I've paid for it, it's in the shop, it's eating well. and I've always wanted one, but because of having tangs, nowhere could I put a butterfly fish in here. Too delicate and quiet. But I've got one. It's not the one that eats corals. It's eating well. I've gone against having a copper band. Pretty same shape, but copper bands, I've heard they peck at clams, and I want a couple of clams in here. And I'm not putting a fish before me corals and clams and things like that. So I've got a long-nosed butterfly fish. I don't know when I'm going to put it in. Maybe another 3 or 4 days time. I'm going to get it. I've got 2 blennies, scooter blennies, or dragonettes, as I've found out they are, that I've got in the shop, which came with this tank, and he gave me them as a favour for having to wait so long. And I've got a lovely razzie. I'm not sure what the razzie is, but I know it's a pretty big, and it's beautiful in colour. That's in the shop. I've got rid of my cleaner razzie because I don't want it picking. It just picks on everything, wants to eat everything it sees. And I'm not putting my pink spotted goby back in either, because he never came out, and I had to unfeed him every couple of days, and I'm not doing that in this thing. It's too big. So I've got a few fish in the shop, and there's a few things that I want, mainly razzies and stuff like that, because I want it to be mellow. I don't want any aggression in this tank. But my last fish, I've decided the fish I've always wanted, and my favourite fish ever, is an Achilles tang. Yes, it is a tang, but it'll be the last one that I put in, and it will go in my last fish, because everything else will be established, and I am going to have an Achilles tang. Yes, it's very expensive, but I'm going to take a risk and put one in. But with it not being picked on by anything, I'm hoping it doesn't come out with a white spot, you know what I mean? But quick update to let you see, a week on from the day, it's a week old today, the mistress. And the fish and an enemy and that are all happy. Well, wouldn't you be if you was a fish living in there? Okay, thanks. Hope you enjoyed it. Do my next video when I put the rest of the fish in. Bye for now.